I ain't even. I ain't even.
And
I ain't even. Yeah, I couldn't let that go. I've been trying to chill, but I couldn't let that one
My
go.
bad. That was wild.
It's all good, man. It wasn't intentional. It happens.
yeah, I would say my most impactful rappers, like that impacted me the most, would be Pac, Nip, and it might Pac, Nip, and Scarface. Yeah,
Hmm.
but I gotta put UGK on that second tier because Pimp C and Bun
Hmm.
and A Ball MJG actually on the second tier. And then A Ball MJG, UGK, Boosie, Ti, Jeezy would be the second tier.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely. I probably like the impactful. I probably got Andre in there. Andre 3000 for me.
Mm.
Just impactful. Just. Uh, I probably have to say
Did you
Ti.
listen to? Was you an Outkast fan? You
Yeah,
listen to Outkast?
yeah. I grew up on it, but I doubled back when I became grown in my early 20s, and
Gotcha.
then when I really listened, I was like, wow. I was like, especially when I got to that Quemini. And then just like going to the Love Below, like it inspired me to, like when I was still making music, it inspired me. I was late to the party on it, but it inspired me to take a different look and a different listen to how I want to approach making music. So definitely, and then just like him being like, just being okay to be different and just like nobody bat an eye at, at how different he is. You know what I mean? And I connected with that. So him, probably Kanye, similar creativity, and then also kind of being the underdog. Like, oh, I used to make whack beats, now I make cold beats. I'm gonna be a rapper too. Like that type of mentality. So that obviously Drake. You know what I'm saying? Nipsey. He just really inspired me from a like he Nipsey is my Jay-Z. He's my Jay-Z. Like what I feel that I'm imagining what y'all take from him is what I take from Nip. Like what he says resonates, even if I ain't there. It just resonates deeply. I'm like, wow, bro. He's talking that like he's just like 38 special for all you clever niggas. Like he just be saying stuff like,
Yeah,
like
it's the way you say it. It's
it's
his
the way he
delivery.
said. My goodness. So, but yeah, that'd be a great conversation for sure.
What you got, Rich?
We talking about most impactful for us personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay, mixtape Wayne. Um, because most of my shit is like I love the art of rap. I said this before. The art of rapping, just a nigga that can rap his ass off. Like I'm not talking about like making a good song or
Hmm.
having a good beat or the hook is right. I just mean sometimes I just like to see niggas rap.
Hmm.
And I think mixtape Wayne was just one of those where he was just going
Yeah.
squad up Wayne. Like I'm talking about all that
So that's
big
why you like
to the
Gibbs,
same.
man.
Yeah. That's what
Yeah,
that is.
Because
absolutely.
he can just
Yeah,
go. Okay,
He's
I
just
got you.
yeah,
okay.
100%, 100%. Yeah, Gibbs is in there. It's crazy to say impactful though because let me switch this up because I'm really listing out people that I think that can rap their ass off. I'm trying to think about whose music
Like
actually
things that
moved me.
affected your
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like
what I'm
I'm
saying.
naming people that like personally affected me. Like
yeah.
I would have to
Jay for
add Master
sure.
P to that list too as well. Like Master P and like the whole little cash money thing. Like that would I would have to put that on one of those tiers. I
Hmm.
was heavily
If I
affected in my life by Master P.
if I look at different parts of my life, different eras,
Hmm.
and think of it in that sense, Jay is like number one for sure.
Hmm.
But Mace,
Mm.
um, like I remember in fifth grade
I could
asking my
see Rich
parents
getting this
for.
May shit on in college.
Hey, he the most East Coast Midwest
I
nigga I
know he
know.
was getting his May
I
shit. Rich was
swear.
definitely getting his May shit on in college. You used to say mine
uh,
everything. Hey, mom.
Hey, Ricks could be over in New
Holla at you,
York, and
mom.
if they did, if he lived in New York for like 5 years, they wouldn't even know he wasn't from there,
Yeah,
bro.
he from the Bronx. If he
Hey, he
lived
from
in New York,
Manhattan or something,
like,
bro. Like they wouldn't even
yeah,
know he was from the
he
Midwest.
definitely he definitely switching over.
Yeah.
uh, Lloyd Banks.
Mm.
Like there was a moment in
That's
time like
crazy.
2004, like 2004, 2000 like oh
Mm.
03, oh 04, oh 05. Like come on, man, you couldn't tell
Lloyd
me nothing
Banks.
about Banks. It
Okay.
was Jay Z and Banks. Like that was it.
Wow.
Um,
He got one of
there
my
was
favorite
a
songs of all time. Till the end.
which song? To the
Till
end.
the end.
If you my
That's one of my
nigga, you
favorite
my nigga. Yeah, that's
songs.
my shit, man. That's my shit.
Love
He
that
also
song.
not him, but also someone though I really when I got to college, this is probably the first rapper I felt like I resonated with their life. Like they spoke for me. Like they were telling a story about my life. All the other people were just on some fly shit, and I was like, oh shit, that shit cool. I fuck with it. J. Cole was the first rapper where I'm like, oh, it feels like we living,
Ooh,
not
J.
just living
Cole,
the same
forgot
life, but
about
we're
that.
actually doing it at the same time. So
Yeah.
like he's 2 years older than me, maybe a little bit less than that. We like literally born 2 days apart.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the experiences, especially college experiences and things that he talked about, like I literally lived those.
So you
verbatim.
January 26th.
Yeah, I'm January 26th.
Okay.
It's crazy, you know, J. Cole's birthday, but not mine.
He got a song.
But-
He had a song on my favorite J. Cole album.
You know I'm fucking with you
only
because you told.
reason.
You know I'm fucking with you because you
I
told me
know.
that one time. He was like, "I don't do birthdays. I don't remember birthdays."
Hey, I'm saving
like
your
that."
birthday right now. I've literally, ever since you said that, bro, every time I talk to somebody, I'm asking what they, bro, I've been saving birthdays, bro. So I'm doing it right now.
now. But yeah, as far as impactful, where I really felt like, oh shit, like this is like the Friday Night Lights when that mixtape dropped.
Whew.
I literally thought, like, is this nigga been spying on me and just talking about my life from the home for the holidays to
Yeah.
Too Deep for the
Bro, he
intro?
on,
So
he on
much
campus
shit.
with you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it really felt like. Voluminati, like all those songs just hit. So when I talk about and have stories about the impact, I'm looking at it like that. Everything else, a lot of my rappers like Beans, Gibbs, Big, all of them, I just fuck with them. Like really, it's probably more R&B when you talk about impact more than rap. Like that's what my R&B
Like
bag
who?
back in like high school and shit like that. Just random shit like Drew Hill, because
The return to the Drew.
was that the one within my bed and all that?
Was that Enter the Drew? Enter the Drew, I think it's called. I know what you're
So
talking
just
about.
just a little background on that when you ask a question. So my relationship with music. So my mom wasn't like one of those explicit content moms. You know what I mean? So when I bought rap CDs, or when I got rap CDs before I like actually bought them myself, I had to get them from Walmart. And if y'all remember back in the day, Walmart had all edited versions. They had
bullshit,
zero
yeah.
explicit rap. So a lot of my first albums, like rap albums, they came from Walmart. But my mom was cool with the R&B. So I remember the very first memory of me buying music was a spot called Kips in College Hill, Record Arcade. And I bought 2 cassettes. I bought Soul for Real, Candy Rain, and I bought Immature, We Got It. Those are my first 2 cassettes that I ever picked out for myself. And I just remember playing them nonstop, like over and over. My sister is 9 years older than me, so she had the No Limit. She had the E40. She had the like Nori, all the stuff that was popping in the 90s. Biggie, Pac, all of them. Right? And I know people might be thinking, but back in the 90s, like them niggas was big. Like E40, like all that whole era. UGK, 8-Ball MJG. Like back when you really just
Why wouldn't you still in her shit? I would have been tearing her.
I
I'd
was.
have been hitting her up.
I was, but I wasn't doing that till older. Like I was I'm
Yeah.
talking about maybe second, third grade when I'm doing the R&B shit.
Okay, I got you.
Right? And when I get to like 4th, 5th grade, 'cause that's like around the time my sister started driving. That's when we ride around listening to Ghetto D. That's when I'm downstairs on the house speakers in the basement playing that Mia X. We don't care if the party don't stop. Like that's when I'm doing all that shit. You know what I mean? So that's when my like development into rap. But I started so early on R&B, and you know what Mo be saying, Lover Boy Rich. You know that was me in middle school, just thinking I was that nigga, making little mixtapes and shit. I remember Usher Confessions came out, nigga. What? That Donnell Jones came out, nigga. What? Like
That's
there
one of
was
the
so
best
much
albums.
shit.
That's one of the best albums, period, of all time at Donnell Jones.
Yeah, Drew
Top
Hill,
to
112. That's back. This is back when those groups like your Jagged Edges, your 112s. Like I'm going to the record store.
This
I'm
one
getting
R&B
these
was a
albums.
thing. Yeah, this was R&B.
Yeah, it was a thing. Like you go
Like
to
you had a
this, like,
section, like niggas my age, you had the section for R&B in the CD book. Like you had all the rap shit. Or you might even have a separate R&B book that you pull out when you know what I'm saying, you went on a date or you chilling with the homegirl or whatever.
That's real.
Like you had the whole separate R&B. But I remember what you're saying.
You
'Cause
let that speak
I'm
for
not
you right
tapped
there.
into R&B. Yeah, exactly. Like pick what you want out of there. All of it in there. But I ain't deep on R&B now. But back then, I agree with what you're saying, Rich. I bought that Carl Thomas Emotional. I bought that Donnell Jones at least 3 or 4 times, nigga. All of the stuff like Drew Hill. I had all that R&B shit. So I understand what you're talking about when you say
Drake might have killed R&B.
R&B not dead though. You just gotta.
I mean,
find,
well,
like,
I'm saying
it's a lot of good shit out
the
there. There's good shit
traditional
out there.
style that we from. Now again, there's artists that are pulling into that because obviously nostalgia does what it does. But I think about this because he might have killed it, but I'll say that for another conversation because this ain't the music podcast. But there's a reason why I might and I don't mean killed it as far as it's dead, but killed it as far as the way we remembered it before it's shifting to something.
Yeah, how like what it used to be versus what it is now. I totally get what you're saying in that sense. What about your memo though, Mo? What inspired the memo from Monday this week? Man, it was really good.
I appreciate it.
It was.
I try to really take a second to think about things in real time and what's like being like kind of connecting in my spirit, heavy on my heart. And I was just thinking about that of.
I don't think I heard the jury duty story before.
I thought I said it.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think I said. I don't think.
Damn, what did I say that? What did I say to that? I guess it must have been a different. But yeah, that jury duty thing. It was such a thing because I got summoned, and trying to get out of it, like I said in the memo. But like it was just this weird thing where like we were in a room, then they moved us to a bigger room, and of course you're in there all day. We're watching the footage. And it's, hey, can you play that back? Some jurors said, can you play it back? And we're like, okay, play it back again. They would go deliberate. And that kept happening over and over. And a lot of us initially was like, kind of like, okay, he's guilty, but we couldn't see it. Like we never seen the exchange of a gun. We seen two dudes close. We see dude hand in his pocket, but we never seen the exchange of a gun. And so the more we kept doing it, like nobody was really stepping up. Everybody was just kind of quiet or just saying whatever. And I just stepped up and was just like, I was like, all right, so y'all, so can we say without a doubt? Like, so now everybody's looking at me and then it became a thing. Like, but I wasn't trying to be.
There's somebody assigned to be the head of the jury, right? Y'all had that person?
I think we did, but
it wasn't you.
It wasn't me though.
You know the fast, I believe the jury foreman. I was listening to you think that. And it speaks to how much of an incredible person that you are to take that on and speak up and say something.
Thank you.
Because I feel like me in that situation, it would have went different in the sense of it would have just been a hung jury. Like I seen what I saw. I ain't finna explain shit to y'all. Y'all can sit here and be at because the votes are anonymous, right?
Yeah, I think we all had to be in agreement. So
no. I'm saying y'all have to be in agreement, but I don't know how you voted though.
Oh, no, you don't
write
know.
It down. Yeah. So even if y'all keep voting and it's still this one person is not voting because he don't see it like they trying to explain it, like they wouldn't have known who that was, right?
Yeah, no, they wouldn't know.
Yeah, see, I feel like I fall into that category, and I probably that's an area that I could work on because I wouldn't have never really probably spoke up. I would have just wrote down how I felt about it. And if y'all finna try to railroad this man, then it's gonna be that. But I'm standing on, I don't see nothing wrong here, and I'm gonna keep going, not guilty. Y'all ain't finna convince me.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even
Which
like
I'm not saying that's right. I feel like it's more of a flaw on my end, and speaking more to how good it was at what you did for you to step up in this situation and be like let's talk about this. Let's talk about what we're seeing on the screen as to how it would have processed in my brain in the sense of, well, here's what I see on the scene. I ain't even got to have a conversation about it with y'all, even though you should.
Well, I think there is something to point out there. No, I mean, there's something to point out, which what you said is at least it wasn't towards the opposite side. At least you didn't care to the point where somebody could have been innocent and they going to jail because you didn't speak up.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna never just do what everybody else said. That ain't
not even because of that, but just even if it was, well, I guess in this situation it's a moot point. But if it meant that the guy got off, I don't know. I guess it is fascinating both ways as far as the motivation. Because I want to ask you, Mo, what motivated you to step up, and I want to ask you, Lou, what motivates you, or what doesn't motivate you to say anything.
We went and seen the video quite a few times and went back to our little, separate. They put us in like a separate hall, like judgment hall or whatever. That when we were sitting in there, and we kept going back, and I was quiet, holding my peace. And then, of course, whoever was in charge, like, hey, remember, can y'all say without a doubt, these are the charges that are on brand or what it could be. So can you say without a doubt, without any doubt in your mind, that this person is guilty of this crime? You know, basically keep that in mind. So we went so many times. Can we see the video again? Can we see the video again? We vote. Everybody wants to see it again. Okay, we go see it again. After so many times, we're looking close. People taking notes, whatever. We come back, and then finally, I just spoke up. I was just like, hey, can we say without a doubt that we seen the gun exchange? Like, and I literally use verbatim the wording that I don't know if he was an attorney or whoever he was at the court that said, hey, without a shadow of a doubt, is this person guilty? And I was just like, can we say that? And that's what that was all. I wouldn't really give it my opinion other than saying I did not physically see a gun exchange. You can infer, but can you say without a doubt? And that's all I did. I literally stepped up and was like, can you say without a doubt, like they said, that you seen a gun exchange? And that's what people started to. So after I said that, we went back, and when we came and we seen the video, somebody's like, I want to see the video one more time. We went back and seen it again. And then when we came back, everybody was pretty much majority with the exception of one guy. And that one guy was still really inferring. He said, I think there was a gun exchange, but since they're saying, can we say without a doubt? You know what I mean? I'm agree with y'all. And then that's how we end up deliberating. And it didn't make a difference anyway, because dude had other charges for a whole other case.
Now
that's the plot twist.
Yeah, that is the plot twist right there.
Yeah.
That would piss me off. Look, why you think he wouldn't have said that? What is it about that moment that you was like, man, whatever. I ain't about to get involved. Y'all talk amongst yourself.
I ain't really, you said this earlier when we was talking, Rich, about listing shit. I'm at the age I ain't really in the business of convincing people no more. So like, if I see something here on this tape, and that's something that's what I really appreciate about the bond that us three have. The enthusiasm that Mo has about things, like it impresses me a lot.
Right on.
And I mean for real, like, cause I look at stuff sometimes and be like, man, all right, okay. Just like I would have been in that jury deliberation room, in the sense of, I hear y'all talking and saying, yeah, that could be a gun, that may be a gun. But once I made the decision in my head to what Mo said, and I'm like, well, do I know that that's a gun? And if I'm going no, then I'm leaving it. I'm leaving them to figure out in their head what they see. I ain't trying to take charge or control and say, hey, well, here's what they told us to do. Let's make sure we're all doing it. And I don't know what that is. I can't address that in the sense of it. It's not wanting to be a leader, because if I was asked, I would definitely step up and be like, hey, well, here's what I'm saying. But if they leaving me to my own devices and someone is taking the lead and saying, well, this is what I see and this is how you should be voting, and I don't see it that way, then I probably ain't gonna have the debate with you in that juror room, because I'm not invested in you or this process. Like if it's me or you, Mo or Rich, and we having a conversation and I fuck with y'all, then yeah, there's going to be pushback, there's going to be disagreements and things that we have to come to a conclusion on. But I'm just thinking about my mindset in that setting with those people, and I'm like, I don't even care about y'all enough to do this, bro.
I got a question. I'm curious about this one. If someone, whoever was in the lead or in charge, should I say, if they came off to you as an authoritarian figure,
Yep.
kind of was like on some, you need to do this and that, would that have gotten you to be like, what, who the bro, nigga, what? I'm in charge now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who the fuck is you telling me what I need to do? Because we know how you are with authority, so I wonder if that would have even changed anything.
That would have made me double down in my position and be even more out of it. They'd be like, well, you need to do this, that, and the third. I'm going to say, hey, this is how I see it. This is where I'm at with it. I don't even know if y'all can say anything to change my mind, but this is where I'm at with it, and this is how I'm voting. Like, I'm going to go on and make the anonymous shit not anonymous at that point, Mo. Since you want to address me and be the authoritative figure, here's how I'm voting, and you can't change my mind. Now what? Mm-hmm. Now how you gonna handle that?
Because they were like with us, like we had to have we had to be in full agreement. Like
that's what I'm saying.
We couldn't leave until
it's gonna be a hung jury. Yeah. If I don't go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you're making me. Chaz called me 2 days ago, man. Chaz called me just to check in, chopping it up with him. And we was having a conversation about something, and this is 100%. If you know Chaz, you know this is 100% true, which makes it more funny. he had said something along the lines of, "Listen, when I get uncomfortable, I make everybody else uncomfortable. Now we all just y'all gotta feel how I feel." And that's what I was thinking when you said that. Like, nigga, I'll shut all this shit down. Like, I don't give a fuck about none of y'all.
Y'all wanna do
I'll
it,
piss
let's do it.
everybody in here off.
I'm the same way. Like I'll be like, okay, you want to push these buttons and say shit that you think is provocative, and okay, well let's do it then. Now let's see how everybody feel. Let's see how everybody feel when it feel like it's 90 degrees in this room and your armpit sweating. Like not just me. So yeah, I'm the same way.
I fuck with people like that. I fuck with people that take the whole thing.
I'm the same way.
In a sense, that's your own way. It's your own Spike Lee way of taking control of the situation. Like even when you don't think you are. I think you're more of a leader by example if it calls. But if I'm with you, if somebody was already doing it and I felt, maybe this is the ego part of it, I felt they were doing a good job, like, oh, okay, they got it, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like I need to step up in every room and be on somebody, oh, I got this. You know what I mean? I'm cool. Like, because that's one of those things, nobody wants to do jury duty.
No.
And if you do, I don't want to be around you. If you're excited about jury duty, you're not my type of person. I can tell you that already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So... That's fascinating it was a good story too, and just your overall memo, man. I personally was impacted along with some other things in life, but that was like the last push. Like that was that last. Oh yeah, I needed to hear this. It was just, and when you think about it, right? So we just got finished recording another podcast that we do, but we were talking about coincidences and just how things go. That episode actually was supposed to be released last week. And I kind of, I forget, something happened where I couldn't upload it. Something with my Wi-Fi. That's a joke. Something happened.
Boy, hey, you got to get off that dial up, brother.
Something happened. I know, man.
They got a hamster on a wheel down in the basement.
Got the Ethernet popping.
Neighbor changed the password, y'all. Oh,
the neighbor.
But something happened where I couldn't get the episode up, so I thought it was even more timely that when I did put it up, it was right on the mist. Because that entire weekend, I was like, man, I gotta. There's something about life, man. Just the more you do it, you eventually just get tired. You eventually accept shit, or you get tired of it. You know what I mean? I think the older you get to a point. I don't even think it has anything to do with age. Your life experiences teach you. Either I'm gonna continue to do life this way, or I'm gonna do something about it. And I think that's what separates like the outliers and the important people. Because it's easy. I said this before. It's easy to check out. I get it. You get into a point where this is your life. You can look in the mirror and say, "This is it. This is it. This is as good as it's gonna get." And when it came to this space, I was just like, "Nah." I'd already been thinking about it coming off the DC trip, hearing somebody talk about the importance of the brand, and also talk about, when I mentioned something that was like, oh, it sounds like that's coming from fear. And then I started therapy this week. And one of the things, when I'm talking about a certain topic, she had said, man, it sounds like there's some fear there. And just kind of unpacking that and just trying to get all into it at once. So you and that message talking about just, leaning to your values, I was like, man, let me stop bullshitting and just kind of see what happens. I see a lot of goofy shit on here that gets, attention. Let me see what happens when I'm just open and honest about where I am right now. And hold it out there as an accountability for myself to make sure I do what I say I'm going to do. And in the sense of leadership, just if I got to be the one that, kind of does this, that, and the third, and does all the behind the scene work and does those moves just to make sure, as I said in my video, man, that the incredible people that I work with, both of y'all brothers, like Ray, School, I meant that sincerely. Like, I look at it from a sense of I owe it to y'all. Like, I owe it to y'all to make sure I do everything I can to make sure y'all talents are on display as well. Like, it's not just it's never really been about me because I walked into the space and I'm sure it's not like this for everybody, but immediately was surrounded by so much talent. Like, it's really, I don't know, it's almost like being drafted to the Bulls in the 90s. Like, bro, I just hit the jackpot. Or getting drafted to the Warriors at some point. Like, nigga, I got to just sit back and chill. Like, some people don't get in those situations where everything's smooth. And that's how it was when I started with Ray. Well, it was me in School, and then Ray came in. That made shit so much easier. And then I'm sitting here with y'all doing this, and we found our groove, and we talk about it all the time. Like, this shit is just, like, in and out. Spike Lee, you got it on deck. So, I really feel like the people that I work with week in, week out, the ones that I know are still putting that time in on top of working their corporate jobs and everything, like, nah, bruh, I'm not about to sit around and let all this good shit go to waste. Like, we about to do something about it, and we about to forge our own path. Like, there's only one outcome.
Yeah.
In my brain, there's only one outcome. Like that's it. It's just about getting there and putting in that work and finding something exciting, man. It's funny. I was talking to school earlier, and we were having a conversation. I just mentioned, man, you know, we got to find our own shit to kind of motivate us.
Yep.
You know, we got to make something. We both were talking about the high that we felt of going to DC, the anticipation of going to Light Reel Film Festival, right? You're looking forward to it for months. And then you go when it's a great ass time. And then when it's over, it's like, damn, that's over. I ain't got nothing else to look forward to now. Like, I've been looking forward to that for 3-4 months. Like, shit, what do I do now? Like, you know what I mean? I don't have that same high that's motivating me and driving me to make sure I'm on top of my shit. How do I manufacture that? And it's okay to take a step back and let the creatives just naturally happen and then say, all right, then this is my new project. I'm about to attack this the same way I attacked what I did prior. And now, you know, it's that day in, day out. So content, editing, all that shit, like just going through episodes. Like, you know what I mean? When I hit up Spike Lee about On Deck, when I'm looking at what we do on No More Half Measures, we got y'all, Culture Garden. Like, it's time to really start putting that shit out there, getting this engagement, and putting my thoughts to the side. Because I started that video saying I never thought I'd make this. I never thought I'd be the nigga on some, what's up, y'all? You know what I'm saying? We out there. I never thought I'd see that shit, but I did it from a sincere place. I've been talking for the longest. Like, once I find out how to do it, I'll do it. And then I was just like, man, fuck it.
You got some pretty good numbers over there too. Got some pretty good numbers on there too.
Like, man, I just tried to be me and just let that shit go. So that was very long winded, but thank you for that extra motivation. That was that final stamp to be like, yeah, I'm about to make
Embrace
this today. Like,
you know it, like because sometimes what we'll do is you'll know your value in people's lives because they'll tell you. We'll tell each other all the time, and then you got family, your moms, you know, cousins, friends. People tell you like what you mean to them or how much. Like, bro, that's why I mess with you, bro. That's why I love talking to you, bro. They'll tell you that, and then we'll like shy away from that after the phone call or after the fellowship or after the connection or the hangout, and because we're kind of like in some way we look at it as trying to be like humble, right? But it's like I'm not gonna say that's not humble, but it's like it puts you in almost in a place of ignorance because it's like they're telling you what they're looking for. You know, they're telling you what you mean to them. They're telling you what they are gaining from you. So embrace it and just walk all the way into it. It's like, even if you don't feel like that about yourself, they feel like that about you. They feel that way.
Real quick, before Spike Lee says something, it is funny just because, like, when you hear those things, I'm exactly what you just described. I brush it off or try to shy away, but people really think that's how they view you.
Yep.
And I can't say that I struggle with how people view me, and then people tell me, and I'm like, nah, because I talked about being on the phone with Chaz, and we was talking about something, and back when we was living together, and we was talking about whatever. I ain't gonna talk about that. We was talking about something, and he was like, hey man, like, you probably gonna be like this forever. You probably the most charming motherfucker I ever met.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, like that was probably the first time I ever heard something. I was like, all right, I appreciate that.
Charming. That's a great compliment. That's a great compliment. A charming compliment.
But my very first memory of that word was being in second grade of my mom coming home from a parent-teacher conference and her saying, hey, you can't charm your way out of everything. That was my first time understanding, like, what's that mean?
Like, you think I'm charming?
And knowing in second grade I could just do it.
Yeah.
So there's certain things, like you talk about the leadership aspect, all these different attributes that I try to brush off, but I've been getting told that my whole life. And I don't know what it is about. I'm just finally at a point where I'm like, nah, fuck it. Like, all right, yeah that's me.
That's your build. Like that, you know, when God created you, that's your build.
But I think the issue is I never have really a problem having those conversations or admitting those things to people like y'all. Like, we close. Like, we cool. Absolutely. It's to the general public, and I kind of mentioned it in the video. When you put something out there, it's giving people the freedom to have their own commentary on it. Even when I'm not putting this out there for that. Like, I'm not putting it out there for you to have any kind of opinion. It's more so for me. But now you open it up to the world, and now people got their own thoughts and their own opinions and their critiques and all of that. And that's the part where it's like, I don't know if I'm ready to share that truth with them.
I get that.
Because if y'all don't see it how I did, then it's going to turn into, well, y'all don't know me.
Yeah.
And then it goes into this whole back and forth, and 56.4% of Americans read at 6th grade level or lower. So I ain't arguing with none of y'all niggas.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah. What I found to be, because I know you was talking about it a little bit ago, it's like you realize like I'm more sensitive than I thought I was, you know.
Yeah.
And I here's what I've learned, and it is a risk putting yourself out there. I know Spike knows as well, but it's one of the things. It's like trust yourself that even if you see the most hurtful comment or the most hurtful thing that comes your way doing this, trust yourself to be able to know I could get through this, even if it really got a nigga down bad. I could get through this. Trust yourself enough to be able to like, bruh, I'll be able to get through this, you know, and that'll, I feel like, will fuel that possibility of those type of thoughts and that type of reception on the other end of those of the general public.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, ever since I said out loud that I'm a sensitive nigga, that's helped me with my sensitivity. There's a lot of shit that I normally would have been sensitive about that I just brush off because I know I can understand where it's coming from, who it's coming from, and just be able to be like, oh, that shit don't matter, and keep it moving.
Yep.
But otherwise, I bottle it up. But as soon as I said and admitted that shit, it's like it didn't have control over me no more.
Bro, that felt like when I like used to smoke weed, and when I just got it out the way, hey y'all, I'm high. Now I ain't got to worry about shit. Anything else that I do after this,
act like you're not high.
yeah, everything I do after this, I told y'all.
Do the Craig and shit, nigga.
Yeah.
I still look high.
That was beautiful. Like what you said about Rich feeling like a big cousin or uncle, I definitely fucked with that.
Right on.
When he got to mine, though, I was waiting on pins and needles for mine, and he was like, "Oh, Lou, he's just interested, man. I don't know, like he just."
I said you love in a
you
different way.
love different. You love in a different way.
Yeah.
And yeah, I appreciated it, but I don't know if I fully got it.
Okay.
If I fully understood what you were saying. But again, I know that it was coming from a place of love, and you were going through your what you wanted to talk about. But that stuck with me as kind of the way that I get complimented a lot, in the sense of like people will say stuff, and you be like, I don't really know how to take that. Not taking it in a negative way.
Yeah,
at all.
I know
I'm
what
not
you
saying it. I knew you weren't being there, but my overthinking brain, I'm like, well, what the fuck does that mean? Like what? Like what?
I can see that.
It was a very clear thing what he said with Rich. This is the big cuz. Like I get like that's very clear right there. But not to hyper focus on you, but to also use what you said as an example because you're here to speak for it. That happens to me a lot in life too. Because I realized we had our spectrum episode. I understand that I am different. I do know that.
Yeah.
Doing this podcast with you good brothers who are different as well in your own
yes.
ways, like
yes.
I think talking to each other helps us understand like the different things that we have about ourselves that other people it just ain't the same. So I do hear that a lot in the sense of what you not a lot, but the compliments are similar to what you said, Mo. When I hear them and I'm like, I don't really know how to take that. And I don't know if it's me being Lou or if it's me or if it's just people not being clear on what they're saying. So that's what I heard from your memo. But I did love again, I loved it. I love that you do them, and
I could elaborate.
Okay.
So when I said okay, so you were both of y'all are like definitely different codes to crack. You know what I mean? Like, because I still, and Rich know I said this a million times, and I still think about this from time to time, where Rich uses a statement, I'll never let him live it down. He says, somebody told him he has the ability to make people feel really comfortable and feel like they really know him. And there's like a whole other, like whole bunch, they don't even have
they be like, I don't know what the fuck this, I don't know what
exactly.
he does,
So
I don't know shit about this nigga.
Yeah, so, but, you know, it's a way that you're presented. You know, I know you've been told before, Spike, where some people might say they've said you're sneaky because you're more mysterious. You hold everything close to the to the chest. You know, you ain't really putting, not that you're hiding. And I'm saying what they said. I don't feel that way, but like you hold stuff close to the chest. You have a certain way of how you navigate. So when I say like you love differently and how it is, it's because I look at you're more reserved. You know what I mean? Now, once we start conversating and we've built this relationship over 100 episodes plus, it's like now I personally now understand you and know you and can't wait to meet you in person. I understand. So I looked at, I said, oh, he loves different. He respects different. His whole, it's a Spike thing. And that's not a that's not a I don't know what I'm saying, or that's a cop out, or let me find something to compliment him on. No, that's a general thing that I've understood. I was like, because I remember, I don't know if you remember, bro, in book one when we were talking and you were sharing this embarrassing story. I think it was the embarrassing story you was talking about on the football team when you had moved, and
Yeah.
and you were sharing it. And I don't know if you remember my reaction. And I sat there because we had many of these moments in book one where you had blown my mind in the sense that I didn't see that coming, and I was happy that you shared. And this is what this started becoming a reoccurring theme as we were treading upward in the momentum building our relationship through the podcast, where I start to and that's what helped me understand. It's like, oh, he's not like ashamed to share this. He just got to get there. It's just got to be in the moment to fit that. So, and as time went on, because like I said, I mean, bro, it probably was 40 episodes, 50 episodes where I was thinking, I was like, can we really be friends? Like, just because I was like, I thought we were so different. I said, I think we'll always be able to work together, but can we be friends? But by the time we got to 100, and that's when I really understood. I said, oh yeah, I rocks with dude. Like I really rock with him, and I just understood. Like, and I always, when we first started doing this, I thought that you were doing things just because, or doing it to be contrarian, similar to some of your other friends, or doing this because. But once I realized it's like, nah, this is really who he is. That's when I was speaking to in the memo. It's like, no, even when you have an idea of somebody being different and they're more different than the idea of what you think different is, that's when I realized it's like, oh, okay. And once I seen it, and even now listening to the book too, and you speaking to your experience when Rich and your brother was talking about their relationship with their father, and then your whole like flip on it with your mom, it's so much more. Like, I understand. That's why I say you love different. So you're just a unique brother to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I say. So I say with Rich, and I say that about Rich as far as like cousins, because he just genuinely reminds me of my cousins. Like, he has a certain energy that feels like my cousins out in Kentucky. Like, if you met my cousins and them, you would probably see what I meant when you say, oh, I see why you think you look at Rich or School. Like, they have similar humor, similar mannerisms, you know, it's some similarity. So it just feels very familiar to me. But that's what I meant with that. So it's like, so it's nothing wrong with that. I think you're just a unique person, and not in like, oh, my baby's special, you know, that, like, but I mean, you know, but I genuinely mean like in a
bless your heart,
yeah,
bless your heart
yeah,
type of way.
bless your heart. But like, I mean, unique in the sense that I'm so intrigued by it.
No,
Like
that speaks a lot to what that clarifies a lot for me, because that speaks again to, I feel like, the friendship that you and I have built, because that's how I know and appreciate the things that you say and do, because you do look at it that way.
Mhm.
You don't look at it and say, oh, he different, I don't know if I can be friends with him. You look at it and that speaks to your personality. But like, no, I'm trying to understand this, because I know it's a good person in there
Oh
somewhere.
yeah.
I may not agree with everything that he say or how he act, but it's a good person.
Mhm.
And that's why I think it's important on the relationships that we build. Even Rich to the same. Like, me and Rich are similar personalities, but however, me and Rich talk on the phone on a weekly basis now, in the sense of he understands me more too.
Mhm.
Not in the sense of just trying to get to know me, but in the sense of, if I'm dealing with this person and we talking about this thing, how he's responding to it, how I'm responding to it, how we move forward with it, it goes a long way when people try to understand
Mhm.
what you got going on versus judging what you got going on. And that's what I
Mhm.
love the most about you two brothers, that I don't really have in other places in my life, where people, they judge you versus understand you.
Yeah.
I think this trio right here, we're very understanding of each
Mhm.
other, and that's what helps us be as vulnerable
Mhm.
with each other. I'll speak to book one, Mo. When people talk, people still come up to me and say, "Man, ain't nothing like book one." Like, I
Oh,
still get those texts.
thank y'all,
That
man.
speaks to that speaks
Also,
to Mo's personality, in the sense of,
Appreciate it.
there are very few people on the planet Earth that I could be that vulnerable with and not feel like they're judging me,
Yeah.
but more so feel like, oh, let me ask you something else, because I'm trying to understand what you're talking
Mhm.
about, because you sound crazy right now.
Mhm.
So I think that's what's been able to make this so strong. And now I do totally understand what you're saying a lot more. That, and again, that's what I appreciate about having ran into you two brothers doing this
Oh,
podcast.
absolutely. Yeah.
People listening to this, the relationship that I built with Dave. Like, Dro texted me today. He said, one, I give you your props, Mo. He said you should. He said, Dro, and he trying to dictate shit. You should talk to Mo more, because it's a blessing that he was put in your life. That was
Okay.
his
Hey,
exact
shout out
text.
to
That's real.
Joe, my
That was
brother.
his
That's
exact
real.
text. And
Shout out to
I was
Joe.
like, you're right. And I don't know if about talking more. No, I'm just joking. But he was like, but that's the relationship that me and Mo got. Though me and Mo don't have to sit on the phone. Like I think that we've gotten to that point. Like if Mo want to talk on the phone, that's fine. Like I would
Yeah, no
always take a
doubt.
couple. That just Dro still FaceTimes me, so he's still processing that thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
with that being said, he
That is
did
so
say like
funny.
he was like that's a blessing for you, bro. Because like I knew you prior to this, and I've never heard you talk about this or talk like this prior to knowing you. He was asking me like, what do you think the biggest things that you got from just even like Mo started all of this with reaching out and saying, hey, I got this idea with
Hmm.
On Deck and y'all could do
100%.
raw. Like he started all of this.
Hmm.
And AB shut it down and be like, we can't do nothing for dude, man.
I remember that. Yeah, shout.
AB being AB.
Yeah,
But I was like, nah, it's something there. Like
I
there's
remember that. I
something there.
still remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that connection in that conversation leads to what I'm saying in the sense of how comfortable of a space that this is, and it was
Hmm.
curated by you, Mo, and it goes to that voice note. So you also need to
Appreciate it.
accept
Thank you.
like the space that you've created. You've tied all of these brands and these people and these personalities together. And when he asked me, he was like, well, what are the biggest benefits of you meeting Mo? And like, one is being able to be as vulnerable as I have been in book one, with having someone who was able to accept that. Two, Rich, I feel like I've gained another brother. Like
Hmm.
all of my friends have been long-term friends. I can meet new friends or whatever. Yeah, day two friends, day one friends. But me and Rich have a connection. Like Rich, the only person that feels like I'm gonna take it upon myself to give you a call. Like me and him talk every Monday. Like nobody else in my life does that.
Hmm.
I'm talking about family members, parents. Like nobody else takes it upon themselves to do that. And me and Rich get to talking, and both of us at the end of that call after about an hour, like, damn, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the second part of it, when he was like, well, what you get from this conversation, like it was reconnecting with him.
Hmm.
Prior to doing book one with Mo, like me and Dro didn't talk. Like we hadn't talked in years. But he was listening to me and Mo talk, and listening to the things that I was saying, and relaying things that he remembered from my childhood, from us growing up and being together. And now he and I talk every day, and are we're even more closer than we were before book one started.
Mm.
So that was another one of the things that I told him, was like, what did this Moho reaching out and y'all start this saying, what'd you get from this? So it's my relationship with Rich. It's being able to be more open and talk to people more freely without the fear of being judged. And I got to reconnect with one of my brothers from
Hmm.
childhood, and we
That's
probably
fire.
closer now than we've ever have been.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah.
So shout
It's
out to you and what you said and the place that you hold in people's life. Just understand the things that you've done by not being shy, not being apprehensive about reaching out to people and following your passions. That goes a long way. You're a good brother.
I gotta sit with
Like
that, bro.
your
I receive it. I
your
gotta really
soul
sit with it.
radiates, bro.
I gotta
So
sit with
Nah,
that.
you need
I
to
ain't
know
really
it.
that
take it in like that.
that was beautifully said, man. And
Wow.
that's you know, I've always wanted to make sure you get credit for starting all of this, because you really did, like the DM and all of that. And we've even said the story, like I'm not even the type to even pay that no mind. It was your approach. It was just something about you.
Hmm.
And I feel like both of y'all kind of represent who I am on two different ends. You know what I mean? Like I got both of you. I understand you. Like I mentioned therapy, and this is something I'll talk about more as
Hmm.
another week in the book goes on, these different chapters. But my first therapy appointment was actually yesterday, from the day we're recording, Tuesday. And one of the things after our first hour, one of the things the therapist told me was, "You're one of the most insightful people I've ever spoken with."
Hmm.
Like, she said it in the sense of, most people when they come to therapy for the first time, it's like the Tony Soprano, just sitting there. Nobody's saying anything, you're just kind of there. And I kind of came with a plan and knew things about myself that she was just like, damn, like, usually I got to walk people through that. You kind of understand that already by certain experiences, and she's enhancing it.
Hmm.
But I point that out because it goes full circle. When people tell you things about yourself, you got to embrace it
Hmm.
and embrace those attributes. And I look at it and I'm like, all right, I could immediately recognize Mo. Once we got to the point of trading things back and forth and eventually exchange phone numbers, Like I knew right away you was somebody we can just get on the phone. 'Cause remember we used to do that all the time.
Yeah.
We just be on the phone randomly hours at a time.
Just whatever.
And then it quickly built into friendship because you know, there would be times where I'm calling you like personally about like life things. And really on some like you be the only person I talk to about it. I'd be like, hey, I need your advice because I know you have a certain insight. It goes to what Lou said earlier about I know I can talk to you about this, and there's no judgment. It's only going to be solutions or real thoughts.
Yeah.
Like Mo's going to tell me if I was in the wrong. Mo's going to tell me if my feelings are really validated. He's going to tell me, you know, if both people were in the wrong, whatever the case is. And just being that quick to be comfortable with you to do that, I appreciated it off rip. And then me and Spike Lou, like Spike Lou's one of the only people that I met for the first time, and I was comfortable with the silence. Like it was just a natural ease, man. Like we didn't have to force no conversation. We had to force nothing. Like if niggas had nothing to say, we could have just been quiet. If we did have something to say, we could say that. It just meshed perfectly. Like it's just hard to explain. I can't.
What kind of dap did y'all do?
So the first time I seen him,
it was a slap.
it was a
Y'all
slap
got one
hug.
for
It was a
us?
slap
Okay,
hug.
slap hug.
perfect.
Yeah,
That's
it was
it. That's what I'm looking for. That's all I'm looking for.
For sure.
All right.
For sure, man. And then
It was the
like,
boom,
was
bring
just-
it in. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
okay, I
You had
need
to-
that. I was about to say, man, don't hit
had
me
to
with
do
this.
that.
Don't hit me with the extendo.
Nah, ain't none of that. Nah,
Hey,
I
nah,
couldn't do.
Well, you
Nah,
know,
hell
we can
nah,
shake
nah.
their hands, leave it there. Like, nah, bring it in, bro. Like,
Yeah, I couldn't
Nah,
do that.
it was
with
definitely
I dig
that. It
that.
was definitely
Okay,
that.
that's
But
fine.
I also recognize because like we've always said it,
extended
I
hug
recognize a
too.
lot
It
of
wasn't
myself.
just.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
bring it
it
in.
was
Like,
like-
hey,
It was like, you know what I'm
Shit,
saying?
it's
Yeah.
you my guy.
overdue.
Yeah, you my guy.
Right.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. It was just all up from there. Like I said, it was just natural. There was never any type of, you know, awkwardness or anything. It was just like day one. It was like we known each other forever. But I also understand who he was or understood who he was. So it didn't start like that. It was, you know, when we did Good Earnest, you know, we got to know each other. It was a whole process. I knew Spike Lou was like me in that sense of, let me fill you out real quick, bro.
Same
Like, 'cause I don't-
archetype. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't be on the phone. I don't do all the extracurriculars. We can come in and work and do all that. And we really quickly recognize similar personalities, similar sense of humors, so on and so forth. And then once we started doing book 2 and getting on the phone, it's almost like the same way. How do I want to say this? The same way I feel like you were placing both of our lives. I feel like there's some version of me that was, and for each other, really.
Yeah.
But I really look at Spike Lou on some, like, bro, I got so much belief in like you and what you do. Like, I think we kind of came around at the right time where I'm like really invested in like, nah, we gonna whatever I can do to help and put you to that point where I think you should be, that I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? Just off some like some brotherhood shit and some fan shit. And I just think all that shit happens for a reason. And I can't really explain why. It's just one of those things. I've never done that for anybody. Like for anybody ever just I've supported like, oh, you doing something, let me repost it. But I never said I'm gonna take some of my time and like drum up some ideas or talk to you about this or follow up with something that you told me to make sure that it's getting executed because we need to make sure this gets done. And I don't know, it's just that bond that's naturally there. So I know you mentioned, as Lou said, the gratitude. Make sure you tell people that you're grateful for them. And I feel that tremendously for both of y'all, man. Especially, I know I mentioned this before. I ain't never think I'd be, everybody I meet at this point in life, I feel like, oh, they cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't never expect to be on some, oh, nah, that's fam. Like, we got to link. We got to do X, Y, and Z. Or we in business together. All of these things. It's always just been, oh, they probably cool. But it was a
Nice
whole
to
different
meet
thing with y'all. So, yeah, a whole different thing. Like, way beyond podcasting. It's could have easily just been something that we do on the recording shit. Maybe meet up once or twice. And just keep it on wax, but
Yeah, we
it's
just
like,
a
nah,
crew.
man, I'm investing in these niggas' family. I'm waiting for Mo to move up in October so we can get in the whip and just go pull up on them, like, you know what I mean, all that shit. So
Straight up.
shout out to y'all brothers, man, for real.
Yeah,
and
nah.
like I said, nigga helped me get over my own personal shit, and I'm putting out videos that I didn't think I'd even ever do.
Yeah.
Not even just a year ago, 3 months ago, I didn't ever think.
Yeah.
So that came from your words, man. So that's just the impact that people have, and when we are more open and honest about it.
I didn't know you would embrace.
I'ma share
I didn't
these
know
with
you
my brothers.
embrace it in that sense. That's what was more mind blowing. It was like the way, because everybody that'll hear the memo, everybody that'll hear in y'all episodes, this episode, like how you internalize or even interpret, and then how you spew it back out. And the fact that that's where it internalized in your spirit and your mind to do was amazing to me. It's like, oh, that's what, because again, I don't know personally exactly where y'all at in this present moment. You know what I mean? So how Spike has internalized it in certain areas or relationships, or what his next steps are, you and how you internalize it in that moment, and some of the listeners that may have heard it, and like that is the mind blowing, amazing thing, because I'm speaking these things that apply to me that I believe can apply to others, but you have no idea. Just like every week on Another Week in the Books, you have no idea what people's interpretation is and how they will apply it, and that's the beauty in a platform like this.
I think the beautiful thing about a platform like this and what you're saying is personal, but it's broad.
Yep.
And that's what David calls, like, I love every week I get a text from my brother, Dave. Like, hey, great show. Great show. Call me so we can talk about it. Call me. I heard this. Call me so we can talk about it. And I think the conversations are so personal because we are so comfortable with each other, but they're also broad in the sense of people that are listening to it be like, no, that I can relate to that because it's happening with me and my brother or my friend or these people that I grew up with. And that's the beauty of what this platform is, not to, ring our own horn or whatever it may be, but just to speak to the impact that you two brothers have, that we all three have collectively, that this platform has established, and what people understand it to be. It's like people go through real things, and you meet people in your life that can help you, that can assist you. You just have to be open to it, be willing to listen, be willing to change, and do all of these things. And I don't want to sound like I'm preaching at all, but I'm a very different person from what I was before I met you two brothers.
Me too.
Before we started doing this podcast.
Me too.
You can
bro.
hear
like,
it. You can
it's
literally
very
hear it in
different.
real time.
I swear.
People that know me and they don't know that what y'all just said, they could go through and listen to this and their mind will be blown because they still see me as that other person before we started this podcast as to who I was. But as I've started doing this and as I've started growing and thinking more and having the insight from YouTube brothers or just random people that have hit me up about it, like, man, y'all was talking about this, nigga, I'm going through this right now.
Yeah.
Or somebody that hit me up from my past and be like, hey, I just love to hear y'all talk because I don't hear nobody talk like y'all talking. And I know you.
Yeah.
I know you.
Yeah.
I know you don't talk like that.
Yeah.
I know that ain't the type of time that you on. I've been knowing you, and then you get those conversations with them, and it just broadens the world up so much.
Yep.
So I do want to say I appreciate it to both of you brothers, and my brother Dave, and my brother Joe for just broadening the world up at this age, when it's so really easy to become just encapsulated by what you're going through and what you're doing. What this podcast is a great thing of doing with the help of everybody that's involved. It's just like it broadens the world. Somebody hear Dave come on here and say, nigga, I was 43, I had $53 in my bank account. And then they hear him on a couple episodes later and say, oh yeah, I made $100,000 from trading this shit.
Yeah.
Like it helps people understand that all the shit that you see on TV and people trying to sell you classes and do those things, more power to them. Get your money, do your thing. They get to see that this isn't that though, as they hear us talk about that. And that makes them buy in even more and understand what Another Weeks in the Books is, what a bookworm actually is. Because they hear it and they like, damn, like Najee was saying, like, bruh, this shit ain't out on Friday. Like something wrong if this shit ain't out on Friday.
Right.
It's a 29-year-old black man, bro. Like he younger than all of us listening to this. And I wish I was able to have something like this at 29. I'd be different right now.
Hey, yo.
So yeah,
shout out to Najee, man.
Hey,
Shout out to Japan. I think it's Tokyo somewhere right now, living life, man. Hey, Najee living life, man. Shout out to him.
Yeah, man.
Thanks.
I'm out in Tokyo because I'm big in Japan.
All right. Well, we'll get back to emails next week. You know what
It was right there.
Comments, emails, all of that.
What a way to leave a turd in the punch bowl, Mo. Just fart.
It was right
just
there.
walk in the classroom and fart.
That was a DeAndre Jordan oop right there. You hear me? I straight yammed that joint. You know what I mean?
I appreciate this torn pages, fellas. This was good, man.
This was good, man.
Glad we were able to get this out. Absolutely, man. Always good to record with Mo, man. Mo in Another Week in the Book space it feels right. If you have not checked out his memo, I texted him right after I listened to it. Actually, I was still in the middle of it. I didn't even finish it.
Oh, wow.
I told you that was your most impactful memo that you sent.
Thank you.
I just knew it. And
I had to go back and listen.
This had nothing to do with being named or anything. This was just your message. Like it felt like you was talking directly to me.
And I had to.
think
I
everybody
texted a couple people and told them what you said too. I just want you to realize you're impactful in my life. I texted a couple people behind that and said that. I did.
Wow, that's dope. Like I didn't even. I was like,
I sent them the episode and I sent them the episode. Said you'll understand this if you listen to it, but I want you to know that you have an impact in my life, and I appreciate it.
I did the same thing.
Wow, shout out to y'all brothers, man. I'm so full. I really got to sit with this. I'm glad this is our last recording. This is my last recording of the week because I really got to take in. I ain't really took it in of what y'all just said. Is because it is like I've never sat with it, but I'm gonna have to. So thank y'all.
It's a full circle thing of what we talking about.
Yeah,
like you put that out there and it came back to you full circle.
Yeah,
like you literally were talking about make sure you lean into what you mean into people's life. And me and Rich were coming on here telling you like, here's what you mean to this space.
I didn't see that coming.
It's a full circle moment.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all brothers, man. The OGs, man.
All right, y'all. Torn Pages. This is the first Torn Pages we had in book 2. Like an official one. We had some like bonus or all that, but this is the first Torn Pages, man. I'm your host, Rich, joined by the world-class Maurice Hunt III, and of course the legend Spike Lou. We'll catch y'all on the next chapter. We out.
Peace.